Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're heading way up north, deep into the Scottish Highlands, to a place that honestly feels like a world away. It's called Dornoch, and it offers something more than just beautiful scenery. It kind of offers a different way of being. So let's dive in and see what makes it so special.
To really get a place like Dornoch, you have to feel it. And this quote from a local, man, it just says it all. For a lot of people, arriving here isn't just about visiting. It feels like a real homecoming. It's that powerful sense of belonging that we're going to try and unpack today.
So where does that welcome home feeling actually come from? Well, to figure that out, we've got to zoom out a bit. See, Dornoch doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's right in the heart of a bigger county called Sutherland, and the whole character of this region is a huge part of the story.
Okay, so Sutherland is just vast. We're talking huge stretches of land, coast, forests. It's often called one of the most beautiful and sparsely populated places on the entire planet. So forget your typical tourist traps. This is a landscape that's all about wide open space and a really profound sense of quiet. Just think about your own daily commute for a second. The roundabouts, the traffic, the constant stop and go. Now, picture this, an entire county with 0 dual carriageways and only one single set of traffic lights, and they're just for a pedestrian crossing. That's Sutherland for you. This is a place built for peace and quiet, not for rush hour. And this really just nails the appeal, doesn't it? For the people who live here, it's not an accident. It's a choice. Many of them have seen other parts of the world and have actively chosen this slower, more chilled-out way of life. It just goes to show you the powerful draw of living life at a different rhythm. All right, so let's zoom back in from that big, quiet countryside and head right into the heart of Dornoch itself. The town is this vibrant little center in a super tranquil region, a place where history and modern life just meet up perfectly. So what's the deal with this popular little place? Well, it punches way above its weight, that's for sure. You've got a world-famous golf course, a classic links course that's been around since the 17th century. Then there's the absolutely stunning cathedral, the historic Dornoch Castle Hotel, and a bunch of thriving local businesses that really give the town its soul. And then you have these traditions. Just picture it, a summer's Saturday night and the sound of pipes just fills the air. This isn't just some show for tourists, it's a legacy. For some of the locals, their grandfathers and great-uncles were in the very first uniformed pipe band here. That's a sound that connects generations. But it's not all just about ancient history. Dornoch is right in the middle of a really exciting modern revival, the Sutherland Whiskey Renaissance. The region's always had a history with distilling, but recently it has just exploded, going from just one working distillery to 3.
Okay, so you've got 3 main players. First up, the old guard, Clynish, which has been making fantastic whiskey for decades. Then there's Brora, this legendary ghost distillery that was just recently brought back to life. And finally, the newcomer, the Dornoch Distillery, a really small, welcoming place that kind of embodies the town's whole spirit.
And this quote from the new distillery, honestly, it captures the whole vibe of the town perfectly. This isn't some closed-off, exclusive community. It's an open-door kind of place where you're genuinely encouraged to be curious, to just poke your head in and see what's happening. You feel that welcoming spirit everywhere you go.
From the town center, let's take a little walk, just 1 mile, and you'll find Dornoch's absolute crowning glory, its spectacular golden sand beach.
So, what's so great about this beach? Beyond being gorgeous. Well, for starters, it's officially recognized with a Blue Flag Award for being super clean. And just imagine miles of pristine sand, safe, shallow water that's great for a swim, and a pretty good chance you'll spot some seals and seabirds out in the Dornoch Firth.
People always talk about the sand itself. It's not that coarse, rocky stuff. They describe it as proper, very fine, proper sand. It's the kind of soft sand that makes a long walk along the coast just an absolute dream. Though I hear it can be a bit of a workout when you hit the really soft parts. The visitor ratings really tell the whole story here. Perfect scores for cleanliness and scenery, you'd kind of hope for that. But what really stands out is how high it scores on accessibility. This isn't some remote, hard-to-get-to beach. It's a world-class spot that's really designed for everyone to enjoy.
So how do you really experience it? Okay, here's what you do. You start in the dunes, then you make your way across that massive stretch of sand right to the water's edge. And then you just stop and listen. The sound of the North Sea here is just beautiful, a really calming soundtrack to the whole experience.
And hey, it's practical too. You're not stranded in the middle of nowhere. The beach is really well set up with public toilets, parking, and even a playground with some surprisingly fun musical instruments. Plus, you can grab a great coffee or some fish and chips nearby, which makes for a perfect day out.
And I've got to say, I think this is just fantastic. They have beach wheelchairs available to hire. This means that stunning coastline is genuinely open for everyone to experience, which just reinforces that whole welcoming, inclusive spirit we saw back in the town. Okay, so we've seen the town, we've seen the beach, but the thing that really defines this place is something you can't really touch. It's the lifestyle, the actual rhythm of daily life that just keeps coming up in every single conversation.
So let me ask you something. If you had one totally free day here, no plans, how would you spend it? Would you try and cram everything in, see as much as possible?
Yeah, here's what the locals say, and it's probably not what you're thinking. It's all about taking it easy. A walk on the beach, a little drive on the quiet back roads, maybe exploring a forest. The whole point isn't to do everything, but to simply be, to just take a slow day.
At the end of the day, that's what it all comes down to. This amazing mix of incredible scenery, that deep sense of quiet, and just the simple joy of being outdoors. That's the magic of Sutherland.
So if all of this has you daydreaming about your own Highland escape, let's get down to brass tacks. How could you actually plan a trip to experience Dornoch for yourself?
It really all boils down to what you're after. Are you looking to just chill out, get active, or soak up some local culture? The great thing about Dornoch is that it's got all three covered. You can pretty much build your trip around whatever you're in the mood for. If you just want to relax, that slow walk on the beach is, well, it's perfect. If you want to get active, there's the world-famous golf course or the nearby nature reserve. And for culture, you can dive into history at the cathedral or enjoy the uniquely local sound of the pipe band.
And listen, this isn't just a summer-only kind of place. Whether it's sunny and warm on the sand, or you're taking a crisp, quiet winter walk, Dornoch and the area around it offer a really memorable and refreshing experience, no matter when you decide to visit.
So we'll leave you with this one last thought. In a world that just never seems to stop, a place like Dornoch is pretty rare. It's a chance to slow down, to actually listen, and to reconnect. So the real question isn't just what you'll find there, but what you might discover about yourself in a place that's perfected the art of just being still.